Sup fellas, this is the official Antonio Maldonado, and I'm going to be reading you fan fiction. Today's fanfic is called A Lifetime and I Still Don't Know You. This story is made by GoreAndGlitter, and I've read some of her stories, and she's really good. So I will leave a link in the description box below if you want to check her out. I will also be leaving a link to this story just in case you want to read along or you want to check out the story for yourself. When I get done with this, if you want to, leave a comment and you know where to put the comments. But just suggesting one if you have a suggestion for me that you would like me to read. This is the first ever time I've ever read a fanfic, and I'm going with the first one that I've ever read from her because it's really, really good. So here we go. A Lifetime and I Still Don't Know You by GoreAndGlitter. Chapter 1. The Meeting. The night was very rhythmic and you could feel the buzz as you got closer to the club. Hell, it was made out of sheets and it wasn't very good to stay in when it rained. But still, it did what it was supposed to every other time. Create a paradise. It really was paradise, with every bird species mingling together as one, kicking about to the samba that flowed freely in the air, making you spread your wings and shake your tail feathers. It had also become a hot spot for love, and had been like that for a fair few years, as long as Nico and Pedro could remember. Maybe even as long as Raphael could remember. It had been around 10 years now since Nico and Pedro first met. It was quite a meeting too, one that they will never forget. Let me take you back 10 years ago, on the dark streets of Rio, where one red-headed cardinal was perched on a building overlooking Rio's nightlife, wishing he could be a part of it. It wasn't that he couldn't party in the bird world. He was just making his way up the ladder to his stardom. It's just that the human world of partying looked so much more energetic. He didn't really know where all of that was coming from. Perhaps it was creeping around through his mellow mood after being left on his own at the club again by the birds he called friends for some hot wings. It sucked. It really did. But little did the young bird know that within a few moments, his life would take an exciting twist, for on the beautiful, or should be beautiful, beach of Rio was a small yellow canary, struggling to fly against his exhaustion and the building winds. He was a vibrant yellow that made him stand out a bit more than most birds that were found on the beach, such as seagulls, who were built to face this kind of weather, and who were evidently approaching the tiny canary without him noticing. Well, that was without him noticing until they were a few yards away from him, laughing at his struggle. Oh great, just what I need, he thought to himself while trying to ignore their taunts and impressions of him. As he continued to battle against the pressure in both senses, he found it harder and harder to get to where he wanted to be, which was anywhere but near the seagulls. He had put up with them on his flight over to the ocean to get to the magical, beautiful, and vibrant sanctuary, but with the storm that was brewing, it looked a little more like a nightmare. Unfortunately, a single gust of wind, with the canary's exhaustion kicking in on him, blew him full pelt into the white-feathered disasters. And as you can guess, this was not about to go down well. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" one gull shouted. "Watch it, pipsqueak!" another yelled at him. "É melhor você assistir o que está fazendo, você pouco loco amarelo," the third one bellowed. It was clear that the third one could not English very well. With the young, tiny bird being in the condition that he was in, there was no way on earth he was about to start a fight, especially with 3 other birds who were much older and taller than him. Just as he was about to fly away with the wind letting up slightly for a few moments, the Portuguese gold grabbed the canary's wing, dragged him back to the sand, landed him with the full beak. Oh! The 3 gulls laughed at him before taunting him again. "Aw, what's the matter, little bird? Are you all tired?" Their laughter got louder as the expression on the sun-shining bird's face became a little fearful, but he still remained silent and gulped as the 3rd gull in the pack spoke again.
Você sabe o que acontece como fraco aqui? Você começa mostrado como todo endurecer quer vos cada uno. Vamos mostrarlos, meninos.
With that, the 3 seagulls dived in on the canary and began kicking and pecking at him. He knew there wasn't really anything he could do at this moment, since he was too tired to fight, so he curled up into a ball and hoped that they would stop soon. And they did. A lot sooner than he thought they would. "He might be tougher than we thought," he heard one gull say without uncurling in case it at all started again. Much to his delight, they didn't come back. They continued talking, so he listened in. "Yeah, maybe we have to show that kid how to be a man!" The 3 gulls snickered at this, but the curled canary was confused until the conversation came to an end.
Bem, ninguém disse nada sobre homens e rapazes. Então digo isso.
Time to get it on! The canary did not want to stay to find out if what he was thinking was true and took his chance to fly off when he could. Battered and bleeding, but it was better than just laying there. All he knew now was that maybe the birds of Rio weren't as nice as he had heard, and he just wanted to find somewhere to sleep. With his mind buzzing, he didn't see the daydreaming cardinal that sat on the roof of a building and crashed into him, flipping them both on their backs with an oomph from both birds. And that is chapter 1 of A Lifetime and I Still Don't Know You by Glitter and Gore. Again, I will put her page down at the bottom in the description box below so you can check her out. I will also be putting the link to the story so that you can read along with me, or you can continue on reading the story by yourself. If you would like for me to read this some more, do leave a comment, as well as if you have a suggestion, you should also leave a comment too as to what kind of fanfic I should read to you guys next. This has been the official Antonio Maldonado, aka official AM5, over and out.